Immigrants have brought delicious foods to America.
Alexis is a bright underachiever. She has recently joined forces with a group who have the reputation of potential class wreckers, students who have chosen to stop trying in school. Alexis has found that she can get recognition by being part of this group. To reinforce that she is indeed one of the gang, she has not turned in a homework assignment for the last week. The teacher fears that with the addition of Alexis, the group could become a very serious problem affecting the entire class.
Using words that describe what you want to say in a better way. Part B, we'll talk about antonyms now. Would anyone like to volunteer for that? Lauren, please.
Read the sentences below. My aunt ate quickly. Isabel ate slowly.
Alexis.
The words quickly and slowly are antonyms. Antonyms are words that are opposite in meaning. Use antonyms in your writing to show clear contrast. The soup is cheap, but to make twice is expensive.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Antonyms, what's another word for that? Jessica?
Opposite.
Very good. Another word for same, a word that Ashley talked about. Another word meaning same. Marco?
Synonym.
Excellent, excellent. Now for the strategy portion. Becky, go ahead and read that, please. Alexis, can you pay attention, please?
Make your writing more interesting by using vivid, precise synonyms. You can find...
Excuse me a second, thank you. Section 4, I expect all of you to pay attention. Where are we? Nancy, where are we right now?
On section B.
Okay, we're in the strategy section. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry, Becky.
You can find lists of synonyms in a thesaurus. Remember that most synonyms do not mean exactly the same thing.
Very good. Okay, we're going to move on to check your understanding. Alexis, if your eyes are on me, you're not following the book. Thank you. Check your understanding, but part A, please. I need a volunteer for that. How about Marco?
Write the letter of the synonym that best replaces the underlined word.
Alexis, the reason I had you come out here and stay after school a little while is I'm really upset about your homework, your behavior. It's been about 2 weeks since I received any homework at all. Is something going on?
Well, see, my grandmother, she's really, really sick. And my parents have to take me to go see her. And I always forget my homework because we have to leave in a rush. And I have a lot to do. I have to feed my dog, and so I forget.
You see, you go every morning? This has been every day.
Yeah, because she's in the hospital, and we have to go and cheer her up. Yeah.
Okay, what about in class? Your assignments, you maybe do one sentence, and you turn it in. You write your name on your paper sometimes and just turn it in.
Well, it's not me. It's everybody else at my table. I'm the only good one that's there. The only reason I'm talking is because
now, wait a minute.
They ask me questions about the work, and I'm telling them.
Wait a minute. Now, you have your books out. I'm looking around. I'm calling on different people. Every time I look at you, you're not paying attention at all.
Well, they distract me a lot because they always want to play these pencil games or something. And it's not me.
It's not you?
No.
You sure you're not the one that's starting the pencil game? You're the one that's starting the conversations?
Positive. I'm the only good one at the table.
You're going to start turning your assignments in?
Yeah.
So, and getting back to the homework, if I were to call your parents at home, they would say that your grandma's sick and all that, right?
Yeah. You can ask my mom if you don't believe me.
So, with everything in mind, your behavior, the homework, your class assignments, can you just improve tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, I hope so. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You should have seen the look on his face when I told him I had to feed my dog.
Alexis is a charming child. What's she after? From your experience in working with kids, what are kids like Alexis after? What's she doing?
She wants attention. I once had a student whose grandmother died 5 times, all in 1 year. And I was looking at the conferencing too. It's sometimes very difficult to ask why. Then you'll get the grandmother that died, the dog that ate the homework. I think if you can kind of gear it more towards what's going on, how can we get you to be successful? What do you have to do to be successful?
Obviously, the teacher was kind of at his wit's end
Yeah.
at the last, wasn't he? Well, I hope it can be better tomorrow. Not sure of how he was going to get past grandmother and all the family. But again, what do you think Alexis is trying for? What's her goal in this whole operation? Just does she want to escape the responsibility of any work in the
I
classroom?
think even before you can work to solve the problem, Alexis needs to realize that there is a problem. And I don't think the two of them are even at that point. And I tell the kids in my classroom, sometimes I'll use analogy like my dieting, and I'll say, I can't go on a diet to solve the problem unless I admit that there's one there to begin with. And Alexis isn't realizing that that not doing the work and avoiding, the responsibility is a problem.
I don't think she's yet recognized that what she's doing in the classroom, or not doing in the classroom, not doing this for homework, is affecting her. Mm-hmm. She sees it as not her problem. It's the teacher's problem. It's not of any concern to her because it's not interfering with anything that she seems to want to not get her work done.
I mean, I think proof, Norm, is the fact that when she walked away and her girlfriend was waiting for them, she goes,
Right. Well, her issues are much more socially oriented right now. I mean, that's much more fulfilling. I mean, it's middle school, sitting there listening to antonyms, synonyms, and, this textbook orientation. I mean, her boredom. I mean, I was getting bored just watching it. But certainly the need to be socially accepted and have these girls, think she's cool and she's part of the group.
she was cool.
Yeah. She was cool, and she
Cute.
was, yes, and very cute. And obviously, there was already a pact with that girlfriend standing right outside the door waiting for this teacher to get through, with whatever the teacher was discussing, was her greater motivation.
What about when a child keeps giving you excuses, as Alexis was doing there? What does that tell you?
I think it tells you that it's time to stop listening to the excuses because that's clearly just a smokescreen for what's really going on, and to start to look at what might really be the cause of the behavior that you're dealing with.
Right, and really start looking at a plan. I mean, help that child focus on, this is a problem in the classroom, or this is a problem wherever, and, okay, there may be all these excuses, but what are we going to do about it?
Alexis, I asked you to stay after school because I'm really concerned about everything, your behavior, the work you're doing, and do you want to do well in school? Is that important to you?
Yeah, it's really important, I guess.
Then why do you think you haven't been paying attention in class and things?
I don't know. I just like being with my friends and talking to them, I guess.
I realize that. Your friends are important to you. I want you to think about the way you've been behaving in school, in class. When you not paying attention, things like that. Do you think all those things, when you're not doing your work and you're talking when you're not supposed to, does that help you to do well in school?
Not really, I guess not.
Okay. Can you think of a way in which your friends are important to you, I realize that. But I think doing well in school is important as well. Is there something you could think of that can help you to improve in school, do well in school?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, how about if we just take this a day at a time? Okay, just think about tonight when you go home. Can you do your homework assignment?
Yeah, I'll try. I think I can.
Okay. I'm really worried tomorrow, the way it's been going on, you've been coming up with an excuse every time. And I understand that things happen. I understand things happen at home. But can we make an agreement right now that you're going to do your homework tonight and have it ready for me for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. I have your word on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about the school day. What do you think of, I notice you're sitting with your friends and you're talking a lot and everything. What do you think of you moving to another section?
Well, I don't really like that idea. I think I'd rather stay with my friends.
Okay, I understand that. If I allow you to stay with your friends, and we agree, you and I, that you'll pay more attention in class, and you'll get your work done, you'll get your assignments completed. Can we agree to that?
Will it keep me with my friends?
I'll allow that. I'll allow you to sit there in section 4 with your friends, but you have to promise me that you're going to pay more attention in class and get your work done.
Okay, I'll do it.
Good. And tomorrow after school, we'll have another conference like this and see how everything went, and we'll talk about the next day.
Okay.
All right. So I'll see you tomorrow with your homework.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, Alexis.
Goodbye.
Was the teacher approaching the problem in a different way in the second one?
Definitely. Well, I mean, the second time around, he addressed specific behaviors so that he said, this is the problem. How can we solve it? Here's a possible solution. Can you work with that? Can you do that? Does it make sense to you? And so there was a much more goal-oriented, problem-solving approach with targeting specific behaviors. And she had the option to say no, or she had the option to say, yes, I can attempt it. And then there was all right, once she agreed to it, there was, now we will review it tomorrow. So it was very short-term, allowing them to review it very quickly.
Did you notice a change in her attitude as that meeting continued? Her first very tentative, the homework thing, very tentative. She was thinking about it. Will I do it? Won't I do it? And she begrudgingly agreed. Okay, I'll do it. But as it went on the next time, what was it? She said, I'll do it.
Right.
And it was really crisp and firm.
She really began to realize that they were on the same side, working toward the same goal, rather than he wanted, one thing from her and she wanted another thing.
You answered the question I was going to ask. What caused the movement?
Well, he really allowed, when he said that he acknowledged that it was important to have friends, that she wanted to be socially involved, and he agreed with that, and that was very important.
I think one of the things that I look for, as you mentioned before, is when a student is in a thinking frame of mind. And I try and look around for a time, maybe not right at the moment or right after the problem, but even at another time during the day or another day when that student is more relaxed, or we're working on something positively together, so we already have that, that good feeling about each other, and then bring up that there's been, something that's concerning me, or that there may be a problem we need to talk about.
That whole idea of value judgment. What was the strategy that our teacher used with Alexis in this whole idea, and what kinds of things do you do to get the youngster to make a judgment that this is not good for me to do? How do you go about approaching that when you would?
Sometimes I ask them, do you like the way things are going? Did you like the grade you got? Did you like the class, the way it went? And if they say no, hopefully, do you feel you're being successful? Do you want to be successful? How can we help you be successful? And get them to buy into the idea that we're both on the same side.
For some students, I think you also have to put out a couple of alternative solutions for them, a couple of alternative answers to what they're doing and where
so
it's
you
going.
prompt.
Yes.
Exactly.
As you have seen, recognizing and acknowledging the validity of a student's needs and supporting the fulfillment of those needs are central to effective problem solving. Such an approach helps to put student and teacher on the same team and helps make the classroom a place where everyone's needs are met.